Hi everybody, happy Tuesday, happy March. It's Anne, the Purple Goddess. I'm here with my purple gloves and my magic wand. Wishing you hello, and I always enjoy this time where we can reflect on a tarot card. And the tarot is about symbolic language. And we've got a really good card today. Are you ready? So this is number 2 in the major arcana, and it's the High Priestess. Now, before we talk about the symbols on this card, I want to say that the first 2 cards ahead of this card are, the first card in the tarot is the Fool, and this is when we begin our journey of life on our path. And it's followed by the Magician. And this card is full of masculine energy, and it's about how when we start our journey, we have to learn how to use the cup, which is on the table, which is about our love, our heart, the life lessons that we're going to have to learn about love. And on the table are also Pentacles, which is about our money and talents, Swords, which is about our thoughts, and Wands, which is about our will and spirit. So in the Magician's like all ready to go, got all this energy. Okay, I need to do all these things to pull my life together. And then we get the High Priestess. And this is about the feminine energy of, don't just wait a moment. This is about just being still before we get going on the rest of our little journey here. And this is a card related to Isis, who was an ancient Egyptian goddess. And Isis always was wearing this kind of crown that we could identify as a moon crown. It's got the crescent moon, the full moon, and the waning moon. So, I think the moon is making a big kind of comeback in our understanding and in our culture right now. We understand the cycles of the moon, which of course is, women's bodies, menstrual cycles are regulated by the moon. Women go through this dramatic 28-day cycle internally. We refer to this as the blood mysteries of life. And, whether you're male or female, these energies are within you. So there's this beautiful crescent moon at the bottom of the High Priestess, which reminds us that, the crescent moon, the new moon, is about always bringing in new cycle. And every 28 days, no matter what has happened in our life, we have the opportunity to start again. Now, when you pull this card in a reading, it says, oh, the High Priestess, she who knows. She's the keeper of secrets. So you will see on her lap a sacred text. It could be the Bible, it could be the Torah, it could be, something else. So I want to ask you, what sacred text are you reading right now? It's really good on our path to be always referring to and learning from a sacred text. And there are many, many out there. I was recently gifted with a Sanskrit sacred text, and it came via Amazon. It was wonderful, and a new book for me to read and to learn from. So I would encourage you, when we pull the High Priestess card, to find a sacred text. And don't worry about what people are going to say if it's on your coffee table or whatever. You're reading it and you find it interesting. It's a good thing to do. Now, the other thing is about dealing with secrets. And I always like to suggest to people that if there are secrets in your life that you haven't dealt with, it's a good time to get them out. And even if it's just getting them out to yourself and writing them down in your journal. Once we make things visible, even to ourselves, there's a lot of healing that happens. And we're reminded of this through the AA program, the 12 recovery step program through AA. On the 5th step, people have to write down things that they've really screwed up in their life. And they take that list and they go to a minister and, they kind of confess their sins in a way. And it's just a releasing of, their secrets so that they can move on to the next step and the next step and the next step as they begin to pull their life together to become a whole person again. Because at the end of the day, the invitation for all of us is to be all that we can be. And to understand that our life is a sacred text as well. So imagine that you're reading a sacred text, and you're always reading a sacred text, or there's so many to choose from, as I said, but you're also developing the script of your own life, and it's in your lap, and you're cherishing it. You're the producer, the director, and the actor of that sacred script, which is your life. And you get to decide what the next scene is going to be. Now, behind this woman, before we talk about what's behind this woman, she's wearing a cross. So part of this card is about understanding we need to have an equal balance, the different energies of life, you know, the physical, the mental, the emotional, and the spiritual, the north, south, west, and east directions, earth, air, fire, and water. These things all need to be in balance. And this woman is sitting in front of a curtain. And on the curtain are pomegranates, which is that juicy fruit, and palm leaves. And her back is turned toward the curtain. And so this card is an invitation to take some time to be still, to honor sacred texts, to develop your own sacred text. And the two columns here represent, I don't know what the letters mean actually, other than they represent choices that we have when we start our life journey. We have choices of, you know, good choices and bad choices. And if we're on the spiritual path, we're going to try and tap into our intuition to make good, wise, and loving choices. And it's also about, when we're ready, being able to turn around and take that curtain down, where we can eat the pomegranate and we can enjoy the palm trees once again in the water. She's wearing blue and a flowing robe of, you know, she's in her watery element as Pisces sign. So I invite you to think about harnessing the inner priestess within you. And this is about the wisdom tradition, about intuition. She's highly intuitive. And how do we know what intuition is? Intuition is when we get a hunch about something. It's this little voice inside that says, maybe go this way. Maybe open that door. Make a wise decision, but maybe, you know, go in that direction. So this is time to listen to your hunches. Listen to the little voice within you. Honor the sacred text of your life on your lap. Read a sacred text. Be in harmony with the elements of life, and pretty soon you're going to be able to take that curtain down. And we'll all be able to take that curtain down when COVID is over and enjoy the succulence that life has to offer us. Blessed be everybody till we meet again. Bye for now.